Hey guys, it's that time of year again, classroom setup season. You know, when we spend hours arranging desks, battling bulletin boards, questioning all of our life's choices, only to change it all once the kids actually arrive. Today we're going to dive into the chaos, the hacks, and the hilarious reality of turning a blank room into a classroom.
This is Teachers on the Loose.
Hey everyone, welcome to Teachers on the Loose, the podcast where we turn teacher tales into belly laughs and life lessons. I'm Allison.
I'm Celeste.
I'm Kristen.
And I'm Kelsey.
Today we're talking all about the most exhausting, sometimes hilarious, and oddly satisfying parts of being a teacher. Setting up our classrooms, from hauling furniture around like amateur weightlifters to wrestling with bulletin board paper that never quite lines up. We've all got a story to share. But beyond the chaos, classroom setup is where the heart of the school year begins. It's about creating a space where kids feel welcome, safe, and ready to learn, even if it is a perfect layout that lasts only about 3 days.
3 hours.
Yeah. So grab your coffee or energy drink, right, Celeste?
That's right.
Yeah. And join us as we share all the details of how we make our little classroom into a little home away from home for our students.
But before we dive into today's episode, let's chat about how everyone is doing this week. How are you guys doing? Okay. Celeste, you? Are you okay?
Yeah, so I'm good. Getting into the routine. Kids are back at school. My own personal children, both in high school, both doing after school activities. One is at a job interview because she thinks she's going to get a job right now.
Oh,
It's
good luck to
like-
her.
Right?
Wow.
It's like,
Yeah.
why now?
Okay.
But it's okay. We're supportive. We're doing great.
Yeah,
we are not thriving. We're surviving.
Okay, love it.
Yeah.
I get it. Because I have that teacher tired going on where, the beginning of the day I start out strong. And by the end of the day, I don't know how to say a sentence. And so I'm exhausted. Kelsey?
Yeah, my son's in kinder this year, and it's super fun and exciting, but it's also just a juggle, like you were saying. I'm trying to show up at work and be in work mode, and then right as school's over, going home and being in mom mode. And I have found that I need a coffee for the ride home, not just in the morning, but on the way home to gear up for the rest of the day. And
Well,
have
it is
full
only
energy.
2:30, so that's fair.
True, right?
Fair.
Yeah. So
I'm kind of on the other end of you sending off your kiddo to kindergarten for the first time. I'm sending my kiddo off to college. And so for me, it's kind of the real life colliding with school life still. I'm wondering how my kiddo's doing away from home, and yet worrying about each kiddo that's in my classroom
Yeah.
and getting to know them and hoping that my child is getting to know others
yeah.
in a different state. So yeah, I feel like this year for me, it's been more of a mental tax than the physical tax of setting up the classroom.
All right, so let's jump back into today's episode where we're going to chat about classroom setup. Kristen and Allison, you both moved into new classrooms this year, so it got me thinking. Let's do a quick whip around. How many times in your teaching career have you had to move classrooms? Go.
8.
10.
8.
That was
Celeste?
so fast. I would have to do the math on this one. Hold on. That's my calculator. I think I'm at 8 also.
Look at that. A lot of times.
Yeah.
Yeah. One time I did it twice in a single year.
Oh my.
I was a long-term sub, and in December she was coming back, so I took everything down. And then January rolled around and something happened, and so they said, hey, can you come back? So then I put it all back up.
Oh, no.
Do you remember the classroom next to mine that one year we moved whoever was in it across the hall? Mm-hmm. And then in the same week, 5 days later, they had to move back into that classroom.
Yes. That was
Remember?
kindergarten.
It was.
Yeah.
Oh my
It was.
goodness.
It's
I
tough.
read about that. Yeah.
But what do you think? Is it harder to physically move the furniture Or is it harder to decide where to put it all?
I think where to put it all. Like, it's just a puzzle trying to arrange everything.
Yeah. The flow of the students.
Yeah.
Well, here's my thing. I'm coming from first grade, end of first grade, and they're a lot bigger. And I was thinking, okay, kindergarten little bodies, can my tables be this close? You know, just the flow of how they walk in the classroom, how they line up. So I took pictures. So then I mentally started rearranging my classroom before I even went to school.
Yeah.
I don't know. What did you do,
Well,
Allison?
I was going to say at my old school, it was probably harder to move the furniture because it was old, heavy furniture. Like you had to get the little things to go under the
Furniture
desk,
movers.
the little furniture movers, just to move your furniture around. But this new school has everything on wheels, and it's like hardwood floor type floors. So moving the furniture this year was so nice. Like I could just wheel it around and be like, nope, I don't like that. I'm going to wheel it this way. And so it was just beautiful to move furniture this year. So definitely where to put it is much harder than.
Would you just sit in your room and stare?
I did.
I bet.
Do you know what I noticed this year? I've been in like all of the classrooms, and so many teachers have rearranged their space different than it was last year. It's like they sat in it and lived it for a while and then figured out a different way to do things this year. And I just thought it was interesting. Sometimes you just have to live with it for a while and then you figure it
Well,
out.
then I start overthinking things because like, shout out to my principal. She came in and she was like, oh, I love how you put your desk back here. And I was like, yeah, thanks. And then as I lived it for a while, I was like, I don't like it back here. But I kept going back to like, but my principal liked it back here. So maybe I should keep trying. And then I was like, no, I got to fix this so that it's got a better flow.
Yeah.
But
Gotta do what worked for you.
yeah.
All right. Well, how many Target or Dollar Tree trips did you take this year, Allison, to set up your classroom? Or should I ask, how many times did Amazon come to your house this summer?
I was just going to say 0 trips to the store. But my husband the other day was like, do you think that the Amazon delivery guy is like worried about you? Because it slowed up quite a bit because now we're like in school. So definitely, I wouldn't even know how many Amazon trips, probably 15. I don't know.
Yeah, I remember I was talking with you on the phone about our Amazon, and you were telling me that you were going to tell your husband, what did you say? Don't you worry about it or something like.
Yeah, don't you worry your pretty little head about it. Yeah.
You know what I did accidentally? Last year I was putting things away. You know, when you move classrooms, you put things in safe places and then you're like, well, where is it? And so I had a brand new staple remover, loved it. It was magnetic. It was beautiful. It was only $8. And then I put it away in a safe place. And so when I started putting things up in July, I couldn't find it. And
So safe, you don't know where it is.
yes. So I bought a new one, of course.
So now
And
you have
guess
two.
what? Yes, a week later, I opened up a little drawer. I'm like, ta-da! There it was. So now I have 2.
I started label making everything and putting it outside the drawer so that if something gets shifted to the back, I can be like, I know it's in here because I labeled it.
Oh, wow.
That's like a type
That's
A teacher
really-
thing. What's
wow, that's
happening?
really
I don't know what
Do you
that
see
is.
my face right now? It's just utter confusion.
Who are
Allison,
you?
are you okay?
I am. I'm
Blink
just
twice
getting.
if someone has abducted you. Do you
I
feel
no,
okay?
I'm just getting more wise in my many years of teaching.
We've learned a thing or two, huh?
Yes.
Those cabinets are really deep too.
It's hard though when you're first starting out, right? You don't
Yeah.
have all the borders stockpiled or all your signs created and all the things. So I remember my very first year, I didn't have all that stuff, and you're starting and usually don't start getting a paycheck till like a month or so in, right? And my principal had given all of the new staff a gift card to the local teacher store.
Wow.
I know, it was so sweet, and I remember feeling like so relieved because then I can make my classroom a little, more
More you.
more me.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you kind of get bare bones when you first move in, and it's nice to put your own little personal touch on it.
So as you're setting up your classroom with your new bulletin boards, are you like the perfectionist or are you the slap it up and get her done kind of person?
I think we know the answer to that question.
Are you
Allison.
asking us?
I feel like 3 of us in this room are perfectionists. So why don't you ask yourself that question?
Hey, I measured because we don't have bulletin boards, and so I just kind of created an area.
Yeah.
And I had a ruler out, and I was measuring like how far the
Wow.
distance
Wow,
is, and then
that's impressive.
finding the middle, and yeah.
Wow. I usually-
remember, guys, I am like a type B plus teacher. There's certain things that I let go and I don't care
Yeah,
about, but there are
that's
certain
good.
things that I do
Yeah.
that I am type A about.
I have to admit, I did a wall above my backpack racks, and it was the months of the year, and it started kind of going at an angle, and so I had to take it down, put it back up. I have 2 staple removers, so I went a little bit faster. I'm just kidding, because it was just me. And I kept staring at it and like, and it went kind of at an angle, and I just said, you know what, I can't. It's fine. No one's going to notice other than Celeste when she comes and visits me. So I'm just going to leave it.
Okay, but do you ever just sit in your room and like stare at that then? Because that's what happens with me is if I do leave something that I know will bother me, I do have to go back and fix it
Yes.
because it's something that like as I'm sitting in my room and I'm like thinking about something, my eyes will go to that and I'll be like, it's gonna bother me until I fix it. Do you
Yeah.
get that way, or
Yeah.
can you just let it go?
So I do get that way. So I ended up just taking that whole thing down and putting something totally different up. That is measured perfectly. I had another set of eyes. Chad came in and helped me. It's now a beautiful wall, my Wow Work wall. It is beautiful, right? So let's say it's beautiful. Say
I
it.
love it.
So I put my months, it's for my birthday. I put it on a totally different wall. It's all good. My other wall is beautiful. So yeah, no, I don't just sit and stare at it. I totally take it down and redo the whole thing.
Do you want to know a hack that I learned?
You have a hack?
Yeah. So you line up whatever you're going to put on the wall, like on the table in the spacing that you want, and then you connect it with tape. Mm-hmm. And then when you put it up on the wall, it's all lined up and you can staple it and then remove the tape.
Yeah, not with the things I was doing, but
If
yeah.
it's laminated.
Yeah, no, it was
Yeah.
totally different. But I've seen that before, and
Yeah.
I think that's such a great idea.
Do you guys want to know what I want to do in my next life?
Set up a classroom?
No. Like, how fun would it be to be the person who comes in and helps teachers organize all their things?
I could see you doing that.
That would be your
Right?
job.
Like, you just come in and you're like, tell me your vision.
Yeah.
And you open their cabinet and you're
Is
like,
that
whoa.
a job?
Like,
I
as a
feel
job.
like, isn't that a real
actually-
job?
Actually, one year in my first few years, we used to have a local teacher store, and I won some contest. and she came into my classroom and did like 2 or 3 bulletin boards and like organized a section for me. It was, oh my gosh, it was so amazing. But yeah,
that would be a fun
that would,
job.
yeah.
You could do that now. You could make millions of dollars from. Well, no, wait.
was just
Teachers
gonna
would
say,
be.
From
Never
who?
mind.
I mean, between the podcast and that job, I am going to be
You're
so rich.
I think we need to change our target audience.
All right.
That
So
would be a fun job.
I have a question. So now that our classrooms are all set up, what is your classroom setup guilty pleasure? Like, what is something that you do every year that you have to have? Like, I have a friend, a coworker, that does a new theme every year. She buys
wow.
new things. And I'm like, what does your husband say? And she's like, doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. This is the way it is.
I mean, I don't have a classroom anymore, but when I was in the classroom, I would always have to have my little teacher space be just right. Whether it was my small group table or my teacher desk, like the view from that spot had to be just chef's kiss, just right, everything perfect.
What do you mean view? Like out the window?
Like when you sit
No.
down.
Yeah.
I feel that about my office. Like I have to like arrange my desk space and my space like so when I sit it feels like peaceful and right and I'm in work mode.
Thank you, Kelsey,
Yes,
for being
I
in my
got
brain
you.
and
Yeah.
getting it.
I like to have a space like for me at my desk working, but also a space to like that's kind of comfortable to work with teachers in my space too if I need like
If a teacher
sometimes
needs to come in and cry.
yeah, if a teacher needs
I mean, collaborate.
collaborate,
Sorry, it's the other
collaborate,
C word.
cry, all the C's. We do them all. Yeah, if a teacher wants to come in and collaborate, cry, work together, whatever it is, I want to have like a comfy space for the teacher too to like feel a part of the space. So I like having arranging something for them too.
Yeah.
I definitely miss setting up a classroom. It was weird, especially this year, to come in and like I literally didn't do anything. Like my office is exactly the same.
Yeah.
I didn't have to move anything or put up new bulletin boards. But one thing that I make sure that I have is there's always chocolate and there's always high chews. And I just make sure that teachers know they can stop by anytime if they're having a hard day and just grab a little piece of something to help them get through the day.
You also have like mood lighting, nice, soft,
I do.
you know,
The
a
lights
plant,
are real bright. There's
a beautiful
plants.
picture.
I don't really have a guilty pleasure of setting up my classroom, but I do like getting little gifts for my teammates. And so I do spend a little bit of money on that. And so this year it was a little turtle.
Oh.
It glows in the dark. Did you know that?
Oh,
No,
no.
Can I tell you a story about it? Our wonderful secretary, she was like, Celeste, I don't know if I would trust this, but there was a package for both you and Kristen, and it's from Allison. And she's like, so I didn't want it sitting in the bag. So it's right here. And she's like, I don't know if I trust it, but here you go. And so when I opened it, I was so scared. I was like, it was away from my
so
body. And it was
funny.
like this whole production.
Because you
And-
never know if you're going to get the sour part of the Sour Patch or the
Yeah.
sweet part of the Sour Patch.
But this was a sweet
It
one.
was very
So
sweet.
sweet.
I
You're
didn't know it glowed
totally
in the dark.
awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think we have a good reason to be scared because last year you did not do sweet.
no, I didn't. I sent you all a pen, didn't I?
Yeah, it doesn't write. Does it? Does it?
It
does
does
even
write. It does write. But in order to
To activate the pen?
to
whatever.
get the pen to go down, it does electrocute you a tiny little bit.
So it sat on my desk in my pen thing all year last year. And every time people would come in and want to use a pen, I'd be like, ooh,
Pick that one. Pick it.
Did you want them to pick it?
no, it depended on the person.
Oh.
but you can't prank the wrong person.
That is
right?
true.
So
Yeah.
I did take it out this year because the anxiety of like making sure I was in there to make sure the right people
Yeah.
didn't get electrocuted was really stressful. So it's no longer in my
Funny
pen
thing
pen.
is that it came in like a pack of 6 or something, so I had extra and I put it in my pen and I got myself a few times.
Yeah.
Good.
Anyway, but yeah, so I sent the little turtle thing. I gave it to my team. I sent you guys some. I gave one to Kelsey, and it's a little turtle, and it says, "You're turtly awesome." And it comes in its own little box with like pretend gas. What? With pretend grass, and it glows in the dark. If you take it out and you put it on your desk, it'll glow in the dark.
I
It's
love
so
it.
Cute. I love it. So has anybody had any mishaps or problems that have happened when you're setting up your classroom? Celeste, you lost any more toes?
No toes. I haven't, but I don't know. Any mishaps?
This summer I was, setting up my classroom and the superintendent had a filming crew at our school and she was doing a segment for the news actually. And I was in the closet standing up on a chair, putting stuff kind of high up.
No.
And the social media person from the district office comes in. She's like, hello. And I was standing on the chair with a big bin and I screamed. And of course, I didn't say a bad word, but she's like, oh my gosh, I'm so glad you didn't fall. But I was like, yeah, just, I was being safe-ish, standing on a chair.
That's okay. I may have gotten caught standing on a chair that had wheels
Oh,
at one point. It was I just had to like reach right there real quick. So I just like reached up a little.
were you safe?
I was safe. I came down.
No toes missing.
No toes missing.
Okay.
But not the safest choice. So with all the chaos of the beginning of the year, why do we put so much love and time and energy into setting up our classroom space?
For me, it's because it's our home away from home. I spend a lot of time there and I want to feel comfortable in my environment. And I want my students to feel comfortable in their learning environment. And so that's why I put just a little extra in, because I feel like in the long run, it's going to pay off.
And that's what I kind of teach my students. It is our home away from home because we are there, 7.5, 8 hours, whatever. And so that's why I also encourage them, let's keep our home away from home nice and organized, take care of our stuff, take care of our STEM boxes, take care of our school supplies, all the things, because we do spend so much time in our classrooms.
Yeah.
And ultimately, if you're going to be there so much, you have to do what makes you happy, right? If it makes you happy to spend a little extra time making it just right, great. If that's not you, that's okay too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, because I think we all like to make things pretty, and that's our personalities, and that's what makes us happy too. But everybody's different in how they decorate or don't decorate, or however you want to make it feel like a home. Because I think the most important thing at the end of the day is the lessons that happen in that space and making
Absolutely.
it a home in that way, right?
Yeah.
With teaching, making your little classroom community.
I'm giving you a round of applause right now. I don't know if you can see it, people, but there's clapping happening over here.
It's not about the rug, it's about the relationships.
That's right.
I like that.
Can we put that on a sticker?
Ooh, let's make
Ooh.
shirts.
We
Let's
could
make
make
shirts.
so much money.
Hey, man, we got
Oh, especially after that TikTok.
That's
It's
what.
not about the rug, it's about the relationships.
All right, listeners on the loose, it's your turn. What's the one detail or touch that makes your classroom truly welcoming for your students?
Tag us on Instagram at Teachers on the Loose or TikTok at TeachersOTL and send us your story. Who knows? We might just feature you in an upcoming episode.
And remember, at the end of the day, it's about the sense of community we create. Our students won't remember the decor as much as they'll remember how they felt in our classroom. Welcomed, valued, and a part of a family.
So join us next week when we have more belly laughs and life lessons on Teachers on the Loose.
This is Teachers on the Loose.
That's good. I love it.
We were faster on
Yeah, good job, ladies. Check us out.
Check us out.
Check you out. Sorry.
Killing it.
Are you guys all cuddling over there?
We're
like, wow.
cuddling. We're snuggling up over here.